it's very, very, very serious. The threats are real and they're happening all the time. I can't tell you a lot from the things we do here, but I can just elaborate and tell you that attacks are happening all the time. Companies are being hit, people are being hit, the government is being hit, and the threats are real, and the attacks are becoming more and more and more sophisticated. And I can even tell you that the attackers know what kind of way we use to defend ourselves, so they even make it more sophisticated in order for them to succeed. And many, many times I can tell you that the attack goes through and the protection embedded before something happened is not working. Meaning the attacks go in, and then you find yourself in a situation that you need to make yourself even stronger and stronger. I can tell you that today the best way to deal with the threat will be to protect yourself even before something happens. And what I mean is the world of cyber threat intelligence. Many companies like us do cyber intelligence. When you do cyber intelligence, you give the companies the data that tells them how to protect themselves from threats that haven't attacked them yet. It's not there yet, and still we give them the information they need to block. Don't go to those URLs, websites, IP addresses. Don't get emails from those emails. And when you get the data and you block it all the time, you do something new that's called proactive defense. And when you do proactive defense, you prepare yourself to the day that if somebody is going to try to hack you, to attack you, you already bulletproof. You are already prepared. Now, many, many companies still believe that installing a firewall or a proxy or antivirus is going to make them safe. But come on, the attackers know that firewalls and proxies and antiviruses are there. The things they use to attack you won't be stopped by those technologies. The way to protect yourself using technology is old school. You need to get cyber intelligence. You need to do threat hunting. You need to know the scene. You need to know the group of attackers. You need to get indicators to protect yourself. You need to know which day is worse and which day is less, when the sea is rough, and you need to know when the sea is calm. And when you know those kind of things, you live the scene. You are inside of it. You are around it all the time. That will be the way to protect yourself today, not just installing a technology that doesn't stop the threats. Now, I'm not saying that technology is bad. You need it. No doubt you need it. But also you need to choose the technology that gives you the answer to the cyber threats, not just the security threats, because it's being changed all the time. The threats are becoming bigger, stronger, and more sophisticated. And if you use the same technology all the time, the threats doesn't mind that you have a firewall, a proxy, or antivirus. It's nothing for them. They overcome it easily.
We hear all the time from managers and CEOs of Apple and other big companies, for us, the people, the regular people, not the big organizations, are we at such a threat? I mean, what should the regular people and that are not part of an organization, what should they do?
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm not the bearer of good news, but that's not true, because many applications in the world of mobile, and I'm not saying Apple or Google. I'm just stating the general state. Many of them are hostile applications. Many of those applications, when I'm saying many, it could be hundreds of thousands of applications. The minute you install them, they get everything from your mobile. They know every move, they know every text you send or receive. They can even intercept calls, and it's not that easy to identify those kinds of hostile application. Many of them look innocent. They look like a simple game or just a news application, and you see an application and you see it's working and you tell yourself, well, it's fine, but it's not fine. Let me tell you another thing which is very important. If I want to attack you in your mobile, the first thing for me as a hacker to do will be to try to trick you with a fake email to get your username and password to the store you use. If it's Apple, I'll get the Apple ID. If it's Google, I'll get your Google ID. If I have the email and password, it's game over. It's game over because I can do everything with that. And it's not that hard to get it. You know, all I need to do is send you a fake email saying your account has been locked. Please identify yourself so we can free you. Something like that. It will look innocent. It will look real. The minute you're going to put your email and username and password inside, I'm going to get it to my server. And now I'm going to use it to remotely install applications on your phone. I can even locate your every move just from surfing Google. You know, it's not a hack, it's a feature. But the hackers, they use it as a hack, because if I have a username and password, I know your contacts, I can read your emails, I can install an app, I can see where you're moving, I can even see your GPS location right now. When you talk about cyber as a mean for terror attack, the most dangerous stuff will be to attack companies that use SCADA systems. Now, I'm talking about energy companies, water pipe, electricity, those kind of companies. And I can tell you that those companies invest a lot of money to protect themselves from those kind of attacks, and they are even using all kind of sophisticated measures that I'm not going to elaborate about, but I can tell you that it's pretty safe, and I can tell you that even the government is in charge of those kind of facilities, and they check themselves all around the clock, so no cyber attack can go through those kind of companies. They use all kind of checks. They do dry test, wet test. They use hackers. They use equipment. They design and redesign all the time. A lot of time and money has been invested, so things can't happen. What can happen, and I think that many people already saw it around the world, that you can use the social networks as a way to move people's opinions. Many cyber attackers are trying to open hundreds of fake Facebooks, and they are trying to give other people their opinion about, I don't know, let's say the government. And when you get 100 people that has 1,000 people, 1,000 friends each, Israel is investing a lot of money and effort in protecting herself from cyber attacks. Not just the government, many civilian organizations, well, not many, all of them, invest money, and they put a specific budget for cybersecurity, because they know the threats and they know what they need to do in order not to be hacked. My company, White Hat, it's a company that provides cyber threat intelligence. We have a 24/7 cyber desk that is hunting data, hunting threats all the time, all around the clock. They live the scene of the attackers. We walk the mileage of the attackers for them. And many things goes under that umbrella if we give them information which is proactive to defend themselves, if we're trying to hack them just to show them what the real hackers can do, if we seek out sensitive data that has been stolen or posted online for them, or even if we just help them design their applications or their networks to be more secure. So I can tell you the way I know Israel and the way I know other companies, Israel is investing more time and money in protecting herself than other countries. If you want to protect your clients, if you want to protect your organization, if you want to protect your privacy, you need to do cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, it's not IT. You need to work with experts that knows the threats. If they knows the threats, they're going to be able to protect you. It doesn't matter if you're small, if you're big, you need to take cyber measures. And having an antivirus on your computer or having a firewall in your organization, it's not cyber measures. Today, the attacks goes through. They overcome those things. You need to work with the experts that are going to give you the other options that are more realistic to these days.